Minnesota is the land of sky blue waters, where we fish, recreate, and support our livelihoods. Yet too many of our lakes and rivers are compromised by nitrates and other pollutants that promote algae growth and reduce oxygen in the water. Wetlands and grasslands help prevent erosion and polluted runoff. But Mother Nature needs a little help from us humans to keep waters clean. USDA ARS engineer Gary Feiereisen and a team of scientists are studying bioreactors that clean nitrates from drain tiles in farm fields. Essentially, bioreactors are long underground trenches filled with wood chips. Drainage water runs through the chips where healthy populations of microbes consume nitrogen and release harmless gases into the air, a process called denitrification.
Much of Minnesota's agricultural cropland has drain tile underneath the land. The purpose of these pipes is to drain away high water tables so that the crop roots don't suffocate basically or drown during rain events. And it helps crop production and is necessary, but the downfall, of course, is that the water then is exported off the fields, and it carries out with it any dissolved chemicals that are in the water. And in particular, nitrate is a big concern in Minnesota because the nitrate is exported to the surface waters that go down the Mississippi into the Gulf of Mexico and cause some ecological problems down there.
Using bioreactors to treat water is fairly new. Most are located in upper Midwest Corn Belt states, primarily Iowa. The warmer the temperature, the better they work. Last year, Gary and his team from the University of Minnesota started running tests at one of the biggest bioreactor studies in the world near Willmar, Minnesota. They're looking at ways to make bioreactors work more efficiently during Minnesota's cold springs, when winter snow is draining off the farm fields. The water is almost too chilly for microbes to work well, but a carbon boost may help.
Microbes are like we are, they move a little slower in the cold. So we're hoping that we see the same results in the field that we've seen in the lab.
The 360-foot-long study area is on a farm near Lake Wakanda. The 8 bioreactor units and an extensive system of pipes, pumps, inlets, and outlets ensure that the water flow and temperature is identical in each segment. A water sampler, data loggers, and other equipment are run on 12-volt DC batteries charged by solar panels.
And what we have done here is have replicated bioreactors that are each about 38 feet long or so, and they will be used in a scientific study. There are a couple of things we're trying here that have not been tried in the field before by others. One is to add specific microbes that have been taken from the water and the mud in the stream here, and the microbiologists have sorted through these to find ones that work particularly well in cold weather for the denitrification process. So 2 of the bioreactors have had these microbes, these special microbes, put into the inlet end of the bioreactor. For 2 of the other segments, we've done a technique which we call biostimulation, and that's adding a liquid carbon source. We're using an acetate to stimulate the microbes and make it easier for them to denitrify the nitrate.
Each segment has 6 ports that hold baskets of wood chips. Individual packets of chips are sent to a lab for DNA testing.
So one thing we've seen in the lab, we know if you do add a carbon source, the wood chips will last longer. We know that.
When researchers determine the best microbial system, they'll scale it up for a full-size bioreactor. They're also testing crop residues, such as corn cobs, that could supplement or replace wood chips. Right now, researchers estimate it costs $1 to $1.50 to remove each pound of nitrate over the bioreactor's 40-year lifespan. To help a producer afford a bioreactor, a USDA program will cover about half the cost.
Certainly, the idea with these bioreactors is that they're low maintenance. You know, you kind of dig a big pit, put some chips in there, you have some plumbing and piping and so forth, and kind of walk away. And for the most part, that's okay. Any kind of additional management or adding carbon will increase the cost. The whole thing is that we're aiming for is to be able to treat more water on a given footprint. So that's, you know, we're doing research. Eventually, the practicality will have to work out, but what we're trying to do is greatly increase the flow for a given size bioreactor.